This is just a little addendum to the last video I made about depression. What I was saying there is just a very brief sum up, is that depression, according to some arguments, is a product of natural selection, and it's a state of the brain and body that does certain things to you, or encourages certain behaviours, forces you into certain behaviour patterns, gets you by yourself, suppresses your desire for sex and food, does things to your brain which narrows down the focus. And natural selection has produced that complex brain state and body state because that is an optimal state for solving certain kinds of problems. And what I was saying there was that it's a bit unfortunate that at the same time as your body is adopting this particular pattern of activities, you're also feeling like shit. So why would depression be accompanied by this feeling of miserableness? I'm just wondering if that's true or not, actually. Because I made this video a while back called Cheer Up You Miserable Fucker. Slightly unrelated. But it was just talking about what I do when I'm depressed, which is not always, but sometimes, which is just to kind of hunker down and let it kind of roll over me, not try and solve it. I don't, I did many years ago, I'd take antidepressants for a while, but I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I don't try and cheer up, I don't talk to people, I just let it roll over me, really. And since I started doing that, it's actually much better, much easier. Because I'm not, if I'm completely honest with you, I'm not actually feeling depressed when I'm doing the things that my body is trying to tell me to do, or my brain is trying to tell me to do. If I do actually get myself on my own, actually, like now, for example, I know I'm not strictly speaking on my own. I am moving about. I do, but it's walking about is a pretty minimal activity, isn't it? If I can get myself into this kind of situation where I'm on my own, I'm not distracted, I'm not thinking about other things, I'm not surrounded by conversation and being forced to engage in that, then I don't experience depression at all. I'm not experiencing depression. I'm not generally depressed today anyway, but on those situations when I am, whilst I'm actually doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, I don't feel very depressed at all, actually. I don't feel jubilant at the same time. It just feels kind of appropriate, you know what I mean? It's only when I've got this, that feeling seems to be generated most when there's a mismatch between the kinds of things I feel like I should be doing, being on your own, not eating, not taking any exercise, not talking to people, not engaged in creative diversion activity. When all those signals are being given to me, and then I actually do them anyway, that's when I feel most depressed. You know what I mean? When I do try to forcibly cheer myself up. The contrast between what my brain and body is telling me to do and what I'm actually doing is there's a lot of static and friction between it. And for me at least, that's where a lot of the negative feeling of being depressed is, not just the bodily response to it. Maybe, I don't know, what do I know? Am I a clinician? No. Alright, dog.